Yeah, good evening, guys. Hello.
Yeah, very good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
So I think okay. One second, where we have
Fragments an example. Yesterday.
one. Okay. I think this is the last one. We are. I think we covered the data types, protocols, and how we can include the examples. Right? Is there
Yes.
anything other we covered? Right? Now I can see. So everything in last class we are creating the different data types and just like this one and we are creating the examples. These are the things we are covered. And today we are going to see how we can pass different kinds of endpoints and everything. Okay. For this one, I'm taking this one. Then we will see. Okay. First we will see these are the things you can see. Let's see. These are all your API end calls, right?
Yes.
So let me inspect what is the first thing. You can see what method it is allowing you.
Get
Okay.
So what is your base path API slash
vision
v1 and what is your endpoint?
FOS.
So then you can see for the second one both are same.
No,
These whatever I am selecting both are same or both are different,
different.
right? Plus that means for example you can say I'm taking this one and let me uh, create a one simple use case. Then you can understand everything. Where it is. This is the our thing. There. Okay. Same thing. Okay. Let me create the different endpoints and everything. So let us say this is my employee. Okay.
Hmm.
So this is also my employee. Now you can understand one by one. Okay. So this is my get call. This is my post call. Then you can see this is my endpoint. This is my employee. And whatever employee ID I am passing, that employee information only I am getting. Got it?
Yes.
So this is the one employee ID, whatever the employee ID I am passing, that employee ID we are going to modify it, right?
Yes.
So that is the one. Like same thing, whatever the employee ID I am passing, that employee record we are going to delete it. Now makes sense. These are the different API calls. So we need to create the RAML for that one. Okay. The next one you can see. What is this one? Just observe. I
Yeah.
think this is the employee. I need to change this one. One second, guys. Otherwise, we are getting so much confused. What is this one?
Employee.
So I want to retrieve. You can see. So this is my endpoint. You can see after this one, there is another endpoint is there. That is the name. Whatever the name I am passing, that name should be displayed there. That is, this is my employee name. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
So this is second. So inside of your main endpoint, again, one more endpoint is there. Inside of that one, what I am passing? What
Name.
I am passing? You
Name.
are a parameter, right?
You are a parameter.
Now you can see. This is one more endpoint. Now you can see for this one, my employee, whatever the name I am passing as a query parameter, that name, and for example, here we are giving as a job. Both the combination I am using. Okay,
Yes.
got it?
Yeah.
So now you can see this is simple employee API can do retrieve the data, post the data, modify the data, delete the data, and search the data, right? Everything we can cover it, right?
Yes.
Now we are going to design this simple API. Okay, let's say. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to create a new one because everything we are going to follow on some structurized data. So in the previous example, we don't have the query parameter and everything, right? Now again, I'm starting from the scratch. Then you guys are easily can understand, right? So I'm following the same kind of similar structure now. Okay, I'm going to create a new one. Then you guys guide me how we are going to create everything. One second. We can create one more thing, news API specification. Then you can give me what is the name of this one? Sample
Employee.
employee. We can give project name as a unique employee API. Okay. Then everything is, I think, okay, project name. Let's. Okay. Now you guys tell me what is the starting one. First we need to do it. What we need to do here. First we can start with the description, right?
Yeah.
Then where it is coming, it is in the height. Then we can pop up here. So first you can see, maybe you are not getting confusing. You can see there is a description is there. You can say documentation. The docs always indicates the documentation purpose. Description, a sample, employee, API. Okay, that's it. What is the next thing? So for you can see for just one the root APIs, you can see what is the base URL and everything. So what is your base URI?
Slash employee.
Then
Slash
let's
API
slash API slash v1.
Y1.
Okay. But you can see it is coming like this one. What is the meaning of this one? Why it is coming like this one?
Triple slash.
So here the base URI is nothing but generally we are not going to be the one. Whatever the marking URL is there, generally we are placing that URL here. Just remember. Okay.
Okay.
So here we no need to write here base URI. Just forget about this one. So is there any other things are there for the documentation? You can see root element, media type is there, protocol is there, version is there. You can see the version I want to use v1. Okay. The next one is, so what is the one I want to allow the both HTTP protocol and HTTPS protocol, then which one we need to select it?
Protocols.
So
protocols.
where it is, you can see
Mhm.
protocols, then here we can give HTTP. Otherwise, what the second thing is HTTPS. Okay.
Yes.
So here, for example, in the entire YAML document, you want to allow only the application.json only. Okay, then we can give the media type as application.json. That means entire API. So your API only allow.
Application.json.
So this is the one of the media type. Okay. So for example, I don't want to place here, that removing it. Then that's the first part is completed. So my API name is sample API, version is v1, and the supporting protocol HTTP and HTTPS. That's it. Is there anything we need to do here as of now?
No.
No, then what is your URI? What is your endpoint? Then you can start with your endpoint. What is your endpoint?
Get.
Employee. Then we can give the employee. Okay. So colon. Then you can see my endpoint is the employee and everything. Then the next one is go and see. So
Methods.
these are the things we need to do it. One for the get method, one for the post method, right? So let's forget about this one later. So automatically it comes at the implementation part. We can do like this one. Okay, don't worry. Let me hit. Is there anything? I think they're not going to do it. Yeah. Okay. Now where it is? Yeah, here. So what is first one? So we can start with the get
Get.
method definition. So for the get method, what is your requirement? What is your requirement for the get method?
Response.
Response.
So you can closely observe it. Okay. So the get method we need to see, you can see there is a get method is there. There is a get method is there. Then whatever definition you are writing for this one, then what about this one? Is it okay? We will start first one. Okay, Dorvat. So the get method for this one, we need to get the response, right? Only response part only. We are not sending any data. Then we are getting the responses. You can see the responses. So which responses? 200 response. And where we need to do it? Body section
Body
Body.
section.
and the application.json. And what is the format we need to get it? So
And
how we can create a format type here?
Object.
No.
type.
Previously we are creating something here. Where? What is that one? So
Example.
first we
Data
need to
type, data
create,
type.
yes, first we need to create a folder called data types. Okay. So inside of that one, again, we need to create a data type. So here, go to data type where it is data type, and this is your 200 get, right?
Yes.
Otherwise, so you can give the simple get data type. Okay. Then create. Then tell me my get data type is always is coming of array of object. Now you can see what is it? It is an array of object. Then you can see type is an array. So inside of an array, just remember if it is an object, then we need to add the properties. If it is an array, we need to add
Items.
Items, just remember. So inside of the item, again, what we have? Array of objects, right? Then we need to select object. Okay. So inside of the object, what we have? Properties. Got it? First, we are creating the array. So once we enter into the array, we need to add the first item, second item, third item. Each item is an object data type. That is the meaning one. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So here, what is your requirement? So the employee ID, employee name, job, and salary, right? First, we can start with the employee ID and how the projects generally we are going like this one project structure. The type is
number.
the number. The next one is it required? True. And next one is we can
Example.
set as example, right? Example. What is the employee number? Employee number just like 200. That's it. Okay. For the second field,
Employee name.
employee name. Then we can give like this one. What is it is? It's a type,
Type.
String.
String.
the string, and required
True.
equal to true. And example, we can give employee as a Smith. Okay. Next one.
Job.
The job always good to create again and again. Then you guys are remembered easily. Just remember. Type is a
String.
string. Then required
True.
equal to true. It is output, guys. Just remember, it is not a request. That's why I make it as everything as a true. Example. We can give job equal to HR. And what is the one last field? Salary.
Salary.
And it is a type equal to
Number.
the number. It is not getting number. And required equal to true. What the next thing is?
Example.
Example. What is the example? I am giving 50,000. Okay. So this is all about my
Get.
moving. Okay. What is the data type you are creating? Data type. Okay. So we need to include that one, right? You can simply copy path. What you need to do first thing is what the first thing is we need to import, right? First we need to create a types here, the types. Then so we need to give the shortcut name. What is my shortcut name? I am giving
Get it.
get data type. Okay. Otherwise you can give something get employee data. Otherwise get employee type. It is very easy. Then you can give how we can start with exclamatory mark, include whatever it is. Okay. So wherever you want here, you can want to use the type here, the type. Then where it is get employee, you can simply give the get that it is comes here. Okay. The next one is here we need to give the example, right? So where we need to give example for the 200 here we need to give the example, right? Where we need to give it. The 200 section or the body section and the application section, right? After the type only we need to give the example here. So here we need to give the example, the same thing. First I am creating a folder. What is the one? Examples, right?
Example.
Then here we are going to create example. Now tell me how we can create example.
JSON. Other.
Go to the others. And here 200 get example, right? And then you can give the employee get 200 response. Okay. Create it. So it is in the form of an object. It is in the form of an array. What is the one? Is there any data? Is there? If it is there, then it is very handy. Every time creating it is very, very hard. I think there is no data. Okay. Let me copy from my external file. Naresh IT, is there any student data, employee information is there?
Output.
Okay, everything is in regarding the student only.
Data file.
Yeah, employee input is there. We will copy this. Oh, yeah, these are coming. Yeah, okay. We can copy this entire thing. But the problem is the names
Same.
are okay. Then we can control F, replace employee ID with EMP ID, replace all, name with EMP
Small.
name, right? We are
Yeah.
giving EMP name, replace all, job. It is the small letter, the job, then replace all. Phone number is not there, right?
Not
Only
required.
what is the one? Salary.
Salary.
Then we can give sal- replace all. Wherever the phone number is there, I want to remove that entire thing. Is it possible to remove it? I think that is not possible, right? Then we can remove manually.
All entries are similar, mostly HR similar.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, we will change that one. Yeah, let. It is only example, na? Where it is? Yes, this the one. Yeah, press. Give the right click and format. Let it is proper way. Okay. So wherever my example is there, I want to refer that one. Simply copy path. Go to here. So here, how we can do that one?
Include.
Okay. Now the 200 success is completed. Then what about the 400 and 500? So we need to create a data type and we need to create everything. So just keep in mind. So I don't want to write those things here. Okay. For this one. Got it, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the next one is you can see this is your get only. But you can see the similarly there is one more get is there. You guys are observed or not. You can see where it is. Okay. You can see this is also a get call, right?
Yes.
But what is the difference? This is your endpoint. After the endpoint, they are creating what kind of variable it is?
You are a
Right? You can see for the URI parameter, how you can define inside of the RAML. It is very simple. You can see this is entire thing, right? Whatever you are written here. So you need to create one more endpoint. So that is your URI parameter. So what is the structure of URI parameter? Employee slash employee ID, right?
Yes.
So you can directly write this here. You can see I'm just now we are enter into this employee and you can write like this here. Okay, there is nothing wrong is there. Okay, got it,
Okay.
guys? So directly you can write here, but reality we are not going to write like that one. So we are already creating endpoint that is employee. We can simply enter this endpoint here. Then you can use the slash and in between the curly braces, you can enter whatever the employee URI parameter you want to send it. Got it, guys? It's up to you. You can use the full path or you can use like this one only. Got it?
We
Yeah.
are mentioning at method call level and get.
Now you
get
can
it.
see this is my endpoint, right? The remaining everything is same. I am just defining the endpoint. What is the specialty of the URI parameter? So for the URI parameter, we need to create separate endpoint. Got it?
Yeah, but the
No,
vertical
no, no.
lines
One second,
is
one second.
connecting.
Yeah. But you can
Okay.
closely observe it. You can see what is my endpoint inside of here.
Employee slash employee.
So what is the meaning of this entire line is whatever you are seeing, you can see this is the virtually it is calling like this one. Okay, both are same. You can see. So instead of you can see employee slash employee ID. Instead of that one, what I am done is I'm simply I already there is a endpoint is available. Then you can I'm entering into the employee, right? So inside of the what one I am creating one more endpoint, sub endpoint.
Got
Okay.
it.
So okay, now for this one we need to write the definition. You can see again for this endpoint, what is the definition they are expecting?
Get.
That you can see the same thing again we can repeat this one. Now we are at the level of employee ID here. Then here what the response they want the get method, but you can closely observe it. What is this employee ID?
URI parameter.
URI parameter.
So you need to define, if you want, you can able to define here, you can see. So once you get the employee ID, you can see it is automatically defined. We can see what comes here.
URI parameter.
If you want, you can give it name like this one. My employee ID, URI parameter is the employee ID. So you can give like this one. So description, employee ID. If you want, you can give the example. Okay, what is the example you want to give? This the like. Okay, so it's not a one, it's up to you. For example, if you want to define the data type, you can able to define the data type. Okay, so all will be inside of this one. Got it, guys?
Yes.
Now we want to write the definition for this employee under employee ID as a URI parameter. Here, what is the get method? So what is the intention of this get method? It is always returns only one single object, right? That particular employee ID. Then where we need to give the responses? Then 200. Again, what we need to do in the body section, I want to give it. And the next one is
Type.
which kind of application / JSON. And here we need to define type, right? So for this one, for example, I am creating the type also. It is single one, then I am creating the type. Everybody understand, right, guys? Data type, here we can give what is the one? Employee. Okay. I think we need to employee data type. It is more meaningful. Then where is rename? Data type. So what is my data type? It is a single object. Then we can give the select as a type, and which one?
Object.
It is a object. Then tell me what is the single value, right? What is the one thing we need to do it? Otherwise we can copy this here. Okay, this is the thing, right? This is the same structure, na?
Yeah.
We already
Yeah.
created data types, right? So why we are creating
Just remember what data type we are created.
Array.
Right? So that is the array of object. That is your full employee. So that means when we hitting this normal employee, it will list out all the employee details. Got it?
Yeah.
So this call is different now. Whatever the employee ID you are defining, that particular employee details only it is returning.
Yeah.
Yes.
Both are same?
No,
Right? So that's the one. Okay. Where it is available, we can copy this one, copy path, go to your main ramel, and here we need to, so before that one, we need to download it, right? So what is this one? Get employee.
Employee data type only.
That otherwise, yeah, it's up to you. Employee data type. Okay. Then wherever we require, we can simply use that one. It is the employee or get where we are. What is the name you are getting?
Employee data type.
Yeah. Okay. That is the one. So now you know what you learn, how we can pass the URI parameter, whatever you are just seen. Got it, guys? So this is the normal parameter. Inside of that one, again, what parameter I am passing here?
URI.
Okay, got it?
Yes.
So this is the way. Then what the second thing is? So for the both one, we have the post, right? What is the post definition? For the post, there is no URI parameter is there. There is only one thing is there. For this one, we need to send a request and you should return a response. Got it, guys?
Yeah.
Then tell me where we need to add that one. Which level here we need to add, or here we need to add? Where we need to add that one?
Employee level.
So in the high level, right, you can see, you can simply collapse this one. Then here you can see, we can simply enter this one, go to here in the method section, then the post section. So here we need to add it here. For the post, we need to
Request.
right. So we need to send a request where we can send that in the body section. I
Body
want to
section.
send it in the application.json. The next one is again, what kind of data I am sending?
I'm
The
sending
post
object.
always return the single object only, right? Got it, guys?
Yeah.
First, we have to send a request as a request will contain the body, right?
That is the main request. Post I am single at a time. I am inserting single record at a time. Okay.
Okay, we can insert multiple as well, right?
No, yeah, for this one, just remember. Okay.
Okay.
Then here, what is the data type I need to define here?
Object.
Okay, that is the one. That is my intention. So here I want to get that one right. So already there. Then I can use this one data type. And for example, the same example I am using. Okay, to reusing the same thing again. No need to change this. Okay. Oh, where is that example?
Yeah, it's already
The above one.
Is it a response one, right? Okay.
yeah,
No,
single employee response.
Okay, then we can copy this one and we can place it. Okay.
I think it is under employee ID response. Where
No. Same
that's
one. We will go on to see. Otherwise, why are wasting? You can see we are not created that example, guys. You can see for the 200 example, we are not created. Only data type only we are created. So we need to create one more example file for the single employee. Then we are getting is that one. So
single employee is
employee data. We can create. We are not yet created that example. Where it is? It is the single employee. I can copy. I'm placing here.
then we have to refer to this.
Yeah, this is the one copy part. Where it is? Here only we need to.
In employee ID also, right?
No. For this one only we are. Why it is showing an error?
It's not saved.
No. I think. Is there any error inside of this file? Nothing, right?
It's a
JSON, we can copy path. Go to main ramel and okay. 1 second. If there is an error, means first we will see. Okay, what is the error?
should be array, yes.
Now, what is the employee type? We can see what is the employee. Actually, we need to give the get employee or employee data type, right? So what we are referring here, get employee. So this get employee is in the form of an array. If it is in the form of employee data type, we need to give the, that means example and data type both are mismatched. That's why it is throwing an error. Okay.
Yeah.
So now you can see whatever definition I am returning is only for the employee endpoint, get response, and the post request only. Now for the post, we need to write the response, right?
Yes.
Now you guys tell me where we need to write that response. So if you are getting any struck here, you can simply see these suggestions. So you can simply enter here. So where now we are here, is there any responses you are appearing? No. Then we can go one step backward. Is there anything? Right? Nothing is there. Now you can see we are getting the responses. Where it is? The responses. For the 200 response, I want to give it. So what is the response? When we enter into the data, I want to give some simple message. What the message? Data is inserted, something like that one. Okay. So for that one, again, I need to create a one data type. How we can create a data type? Where it is? Data type. Okay. Then tell me, what is the data type I can give here?
Post.
Yeah.
Student.
Post data type. Okay, we can go with the simple one only. Yeah. Okay. Type, it should be written in the form of an object. Then you can for the object properties. That is the first thing is. What is the first key?
Status.
Okay. Status should be
Type number.
type is a number. Then
Description.
we are skipping it. You are already aware of that one. That's what. Okay. And oh sorry.
Messages are different.
Yeah. Indentation is wrong. We are adding it. Okay. For example, if you want, you can have the example. What is the example you are giving? 201. Then for the string, okay,
Example.
Message
you
type
want,
string.
yeah. Then what is the one here? Example. What we can give example as a
Record updated.
success. Simply.
Mhm.
Okay. So this is the example I am giving. Okay. So where it is available inside of this one, you can copy path and go to your main path. First, we need to import that one. So how we can import it? This is your post, right?
Post.
We can give the post data type. Can you like initially it is taking some time, then once you define it is very easy, guys. For the post, here it is. For the post 200, here we need to give it here. What is the one? So we need to give the 200 body section. So under the body section, you need to give the response as application JSON. And what is my type? And my type is
Object.
my type is no, we already created that one. What is the type?
Post data
Post,
type.
Post
right?
data type.
Now post data type. Okay. So if you want, you can give the example. How we can do the example? So again, we need to create a example. How we can create an example? Go to the example folder. Go to the new. Here you can select the other, and you can give post response.
Example.
Okay. Sorry. Post response example. Create. So what is the one? We can create an object.
Status.
Status
201.
201, and we can give
Message.
message data posted something. We can give control S, and we can copy this path, go to your main ramel, and here we need to include it.
Yes. Include.
Okay, that is the one. I think is there mismatch data is available. Post data type. What is the post data type? It should be number and a message, right?
The overall should be its type is object above.
Yes, but it is not coming here. That means then any errors are there.
No, that spelling mistake is the reason that matters.
Which one?
That post data here, small file name we have given as small d, but there we mentioned a capital D.
Now we are creating the alias name, na?
That's okay.
Here we are
Okay.
creating the
Yeah,
alias
that's
name,
okay.
and I think the example expecting valid data type examples. I think the post data type we are creating one more time, and sometimes type. One second. Type should be an object. One second. Okay, where it is? Object. Then we need to add the properties, and we can place here. Let's save this one. Why it is not coming?
Object contains item, right? Instead of property.
No. Array
No.
only contains
Example.
items object. Okay. Type is a number. Everything is coming. It should come here. Otherwise, we need to
Inside.
write one more time. Status.
Type.
And it is a type is a string. Sorry, it is a
Number.
number, right? Number. Example. We need to go to not one. So what is the one? So CGE message and
Type.
type equal to string. Example is posted data, something like that one. Is there any? Save this one. Now go to your main RAM. Let's see in the examples where it is post response, right? Everything seems to be correct.
It's object only.
Spellings are there, MESSAGE, MESSAGE, and the status ST8US and the ST8US, both are same. Then why it is showing an error? Example, expecting valid media type.
Maybe, yeah, example at
One
which
second,
level.
one second. Maybe indentation wrong is
Yeah.
there. We don't know. Now you can see here. Here
Yeah.
only we need to example. Then it comes here. So previously the indentation goes there.
Mhm.
Still it is showing an
Double
error.
example is there, sir. Double example.
Okay. Now it is gone. Okay.
Yes,
Now
yes.
whatever you are created, that is for the post employee post one. Got it?
Yes.
So now you can see everything is structurizing very easily. Now we are already created one more parameter, that is
Employee ID.
query parameter, right? Now we see, let's see. Now we are going to create this one. What is this one? So this is my get call with a normal employee only, and it is passing how many query parameters?
Two.
Two query parameters. What is this intention? Whatever the query parameter I am passing, those data I want to retrieve. Let us assume like that one. Okay. Now we will see how we can pass that. Now you guys tell me where I can write that definition inside of this URA parameter or inside of here only.
Inside of employee.
But
Employee.
already get employee is already there. Then how we can add one more definition here? You got my point? So there is already definition part is available now for the employee, get definition already there. Again, how we can add the multiple definitions?
Inside get coming.
Just remember, this call is different, right? This endpoint doesn't taking any query parameter, right?
Yes.
Now, whatever you are trying to access, that is you are creating one more, what is the one more endpoint, right?
Yeah.
Got it? So now you can see I'm minimizing everything. Then you can understand what is my intention. So in my API, how many endpoints are there? How many endpoints are there? Tell me.
Two.
I'm asking once again, how many endpoints are there? I'm
Only
telling there are three endpoints are there. Employee with the get combination, employee with the post combination, employee with the one URL parameter with get. How many?
four.
Got it, guys? So there are three endpoints available, right?
Yes.
Yet now, what is your intention? You want to create one more endpoint. That endpoint takes the URL parameter and it is passing like that one, right? Let's see how we can pass the endpoints here. So let us say, for example, here the get method is there. So what is the specialty of the query parameter?
Optional.
So we may give or we may not give. You can see here we are giving the query parameter here and we can make them as optional. Then everything is sums like that one, right?
Yes.
Now you can see how we can add the query parameters here. So you can simply click on this one second. First, we will see where is there any suggestions are coming for the employee get. We will see. Okay. Let us say this is the one endpoint, right? Okay. I'm trying to write one same thing again, the get. Okay. So you can see the query parameters. You can able to see where we can see the query parameters.
Under parameters.
Parameter
Okay,
section.
the query parameters are there. You can simply select the query parameters. How many query parameter here I want to pass it?
Two.
Name and the job, right? So how we can pass this query parameter? So is there any suggestions are coming here?
No.
Why it is not suggesting? Because the system doesn't aware of what is the name of your query parameter. It is your duty to assign that query parameter name. What is my query parameter name?
Employee.
For example, this is my employee name. Okay, what is my query parameter name?
Employee name.
Employee name. What kind of data it is? It is a string, right? Then we
Yes.
can define here the type equal to
String.
string, and what the next thing is, it is required or not.
False.
That right? For example, as of now, I am setting everything as a false. Okay, then I want to give the example. So my employee ID like this one, I think employee name, right? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm giving as a Smith. If for example, what is the second query parameter? That is my job.
Job.
Then we can give like this one, enter. Sorry. What is the first one? What is its type? My job is also a
String.
string. Then is it required?
False.
As of now, is it required? Is equal to false. And what is the second thought?
Example HR.
Example. Example is a HR. Okay. So when we pass this employee with this query parameter, then only whatever definition here, what that is executing. What is the definition here? We need to write it.
Get.
Generally, those details only I want, right? That
Yes.
means let us assume. So what we need to do, we need to give the response, right? Then you can give the responses where we can give 200 response, the body section. And for this one, the particular employee or group of employee, then I can select the whatever the previous is there, get employee data type. Okay. And get employee is the array, right?
Yes.
Then. Okay. Then the next one is example, right? The example is for the get employee, where is it is? Employee, 1 second. My example is get 200. I can copy this one. Okay. The same thing I'm repeating, guys, so don't worry. Okay. I'm not doing anything here. For understanding. But it is throwing an error. Why? 1 second. Media type is busy. Okay. We are
Payload is
missing one
negative.
thing. Application flag JSON. Okay. So now you can see this is the definition of the get with the query parameter, right?
Yes.
Yes.
But then you can see, is it allowing you the same level, the get definition multiple times?
No.
No, that is the one. So if there is any query parameter is there, then there is no need to write this entire definition. So it is automatically, it is comes there only. Okay. So if you are not passing any query parameter, then you need to do like that one, means we need to make them as a optional one.
False.
Got it?
Yeah.
Let me, so we are discussing so many things here. Let me see how we can call this thing, and we are got how we can marking this entire thing.
To publish it.
Go to the marking configuration, just enable the mark service, copy it, and we will see the postman. So just now today we are seeing how we can pass the query parameters, how we can pass the URI parameters, right? Let's see it, how we can do that one. So Control V. So what is my endpoint name? My endpoint name is the employee. Let us say employee with the get. What happens? You can see employee with the get, what happens? Everything coming like this one. Got it?
From example,
Okay.
yes.
Then you can see there is one more get call is there. What is that get call? Employee with the query parameters, right? How we can pass the query parameters,
1%.
right? So you can see, we can start with the first question mark. What is the query parameter you are allowing there? Employee name, and I am giving the employee name equal to Smith. And so for example, I am passing only one. Still I am getting the same thing because the same example I am passing, right? So what is the second query parameter? So here also we can able to pass it, guys. What is the second query parameter?
Job.
Job, right? And the job equal to HR. You can see I am sorting. So that hitting. But you can see now there comes with the new requirement. What is the requirement is, so to retrieve the employee details, employee name should be this, should be there. That means whatever the query parameter here you are passing, that we make it as a mandatory one. If we pass this query parameter, then only I want to fetch this data. Got the requirement?
Yes.
Then what is your requirement? Whatever the query parameter here is there, we make it them as a mandatory one. How we can do that one?
Required true.
Required equal to true.
True.
That's it. Let's save that, like, okay. Now just wait for it. Now we can see the previously, so both are optional. Then we can hit it. This time it is throwing an error. You can see what is the error it is throwing,
Employee name is missing.
right? Now you can see. Now you can, for example, I am passing this employee name. What happens? Everything is comes to the picture, right?
Sir, can we change that example,
Yes, we can change it.
please?
So where this one? This is my example now. Example 200 response is there. Let us say we will create one more example with the same structure and different data. Okay. This is the
Here
one,
only we
right?
can modify. Yeah, here only we can modify,
Yeah.
right?
Okay. Okay. Tell me what the data you want.
And, everything is different. Employee ID.
So for example, there is only one employee record I am placing. Then you can understand. Okay.
Maybe a different one also.
So you need different one. That means we can create one more duplicate
2.
01 duplicate. Okay, this is the one we need to refer there where it is. Here it is, and it is the one 01.
Yeah, there we can add multiple entries with different name to check
Where
that in that
I here?
yeah, duplicate. Yeah, one more record. Yeah. Okay. HR also. Here give admin. Yeah. Now we can call.
Just wait for it. Then we can go and we can hit it. Okay.
Still it is coming as a Smith.
No. You can see the new data is coming now.
Yeah.
We are pointing to new. Okay.
Yeah, but we have only give Smith, right? So how it comes?
No. You can see this is the example file, guys. It's not implementation. You remembered. You can see that what is the intention of your RAML? RAML is not going to do anything. So
It's a
RAML
dummy.
is just simulating the things. If you are giving the query parameter like this one, this response is getting marking one.
Okay,
Implementation part, you need to add it inside of your endpoint studio. That is
Okay.
your business logic. Got it?
Got it.
Okay, it's what is the intention of this RAML is itself, it is validating the things. If the one parameter is passing, so if it is a validate schema validation is we are able to do that one. That is the requirement. Okay. So that is your business logic. If it is enter a query parameter as Smith, then Smith data only we need to pick it. So that is implementation. You need to write it.
Inside studio.
Okay. So that is the one. Now you can see we can make it as a parameters like optional query parameters like this one. Got it, guys? Hello, am I right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So just remember it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now what we discussed, query parameters were completed, URI parameter is completed, and how we can creating the inside of multiple flows. For example, here you can see inside of this one, I want to add one more endpoint. So let's comes with this endpoint. You can see inside of this one again they are creating one more endpoint with the
URI parameter.
Then tell me how we can create this one.
Yeah. Okay.
Tell me where we can create that one.
At the query parameter
So
level.
you are getting any confusion, just collapse here, then everything comes to the picture. Now tell me where we need to create that one. Here or where we need to create it.
Under the employee ID.
So this is our endpoint. I think I removed spacing. Okay. Yeah, tell me. So where this is the employee, inside of the employee, I want to create one more endpoint and I'm creating the endpoint here. What is my endpoint name? The name. So the name is also taking
Employee.
one URI parameter, right? There are two ways are there to we can create the what is the one we can create the URI parameter directly like here. So otherwise what we do, So we can simply first you can create a endpoint, then we can enter into that endpoint. There also we can able to create your endpoint. Sorry. There also we can able to create your endpoint like this one. What is the one? The name. I think is the right name. What is the example? The name only. Okay. Okay. So this is the one. Okay. So my name is the part of this endpoint is the part of
Employee slash.
employee. For example, for this one, I am creating instead of placing the employee names multiple, you can say I'm like this one. The name I can give, otherwise I can give like this one more meaningfully. Okay. So I am forwarding the name, whatever the first time I am passing that employee information, I want to pick it. So now you guys tell me which method I want to write here. Which method I want to write here? I want to pick the information. The get, then tell me what is the one again. So where we need to give it responses, then 200, then body section, then JSON. Then is there any type is there for the single record only we are getting? Then which one? I think employee, right? Employee data type I am selecting. That's all. Okay. So otherwise, if you want, you can give the example also. How we can give the example? Example. So what is the example we are having? I think for the single employee data, this is the one, right? Single employee. No. This is the one only, guys. Copy path. We can give. Let's see how we can call this one. Okay. So now I want to call this one. Tell me how we can call it. So this is your endpoint. Then how we can call that endpoint? For example, my end call is the slash the name. Let's hit it. What happens? What is the error we are getting? This is the error is most important one. What is that error we are getting?
Get.
No. What is the error we are getting? Method not allowed means for this endpoint, there is no definition is there. That is the point you need to remember, guys. So that means whatever the employee endpoint, after that one, you are giving some endpoint name. So there is no, please go on mute, guys. So for this one, there is no definition is there. So what is the correct definition? After this one, we are passing one URI parameter. That URI parameter is nothing but your employee ID. Now you can see we are getting the output. Got it?
First name we are giving, sir.
Sorry?
We are giving first name, no?
No, something. It is a dummy one, nah, don't worry. I can give as a Smith or Martin, my first name. It is a just, okay. Don't think it is a coming as XML. It is a format is showing in XML. Okay, don't worry. Okay. So this is the way we can able to. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. So here the question now you can understand how we can creating the sub endpoints and everything.
Can you give a post call also, sir?
Yes, where we can call, tell me.
Post. We have already written post, right?
No. Where we are written the post. Don't
Below.
get confused. You can see the post is available for the employee post.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
if you want
that
that post you can already there. If you want specifically for this endpoint you want to write, you can also write it. You can see. So these are all the endpoints. Inside of the endpoint, everything is same. If you want, you can write multiple method definitions. But how we can call it, that is the important. Okay.
Can you have a normal post call on
Yeah, you can see normal post
parent
we
API?
already written, right? You can see.
Yeah, in post one I'm saying.
We need to hit it now. Okay, done. Okay, yeah, sure. What is this one? We
Employee
need
only.
to hit it. That is my endpoint. Then I'm changing to the post. I am not passing any parameter. Just hit it. Let's see what happens. You can see it is providing. It is required the body section and the raw, and it is expecting the JSON. Let's hit it. Again, it is throwing an error because my post call required What is the requirement? The post always expecting the data type a single employee data. We want to send it. Where it is the data employee data.
Yep.
So this is the format I need to send it. I can see. I can pass it and hit it. Got it?
Yes.
So everything it's a dummy, right?
Done. Yes.
Got it, guys? How we can creating the multiple URLs like this one. But the question is, so it
Sir,
is very, yeah. Tell. Any doubts? Yeah,
it is a dummy API,
yeah.
and we have to still, after writing this, we have to import and do our own business logic. Then why
Now.
they introduce RAML?
Sorry, why?
It is a dummy, right? It doesn't do the actual business logic.
Yes.
It's just for show
Now
to
you can
client.
understand. Now we can understand that one. It is for the showing the client only. Maybe you are
Hmm.
thinking like that one. That's no use of that one, right? Now you can
Yeah.
see. Now I'm importing this entire project into the Anypoint Studio. There you can understand what is the flexibility of everything. Okay. Now I'm importing that inside of my Anypoint Studio. So there you can understand that everything it is. We no need to do. We no need to configure anything. Everything is comes into the picture there. Just wait for it. So depending on this entire RAML, it is automatically creating the entire project structure for you. What you need to do, you need to add the implementation part only. So no validation you are going to do for the entry level. Everything is RAML is going to do for you. Okay. Whatever the examples, everything, whatever you are adding here, everything comes into this Anypoint Studio. I mean Anypoint Studio. I will
Yeah,
show
but
you.
still, it's only static database, right? We have to connect
It's only
database.
static only. That's what I'm telling. Your RAML is only creating the dummy API. Wow, what is the need of that means? So before creating your main API, so directly we are not going to create any project, right? After everything is created, you are spending 10 hours of time or 20 hours of time to design your some simple API. While we going to the we give the review to the client, and the client simply says it, then please change entire design. Is it time waste, right?
Yeah.
Right? Am I correct?
Yes.
So before that one, what we do, we can simply create a YAML and we can share the URL to the client. The client will see. So these are my endpoints. These are my working. So why comes in picture, everything they can stimulate it, right? Now you can say I'm going to create a new project. Now this time is the one new employee API. Now from the design center, I want to download it. Go to my account. I already linked the account. Okay, let's wait for it. Which one we are created, guys?
Sample.
Sample
Sample employee.
employee. Done. Just wait. Yeah, finish. You can see it is already creating the structure, right? Now you can see here the one of the interview question. I already asked this now, how many flows it is created. You can see get method with the single employee endpoint. So this is the definition of that call. Get employee with the one URI parameter. This is the definition for that one. So your get employee with the sub flow, that is the sub endpoint, the name with the one URI parameter. So you can see the post method with the employee. You can see it is already creating the some structure for you. So what is your duty? These are all comes with the dummy responses. Whatever you are created at the RAM level, that is coming here. What is your requirement? You need to create, you need to write your implementation part here. Got guys? Okay. Now you can see maybe you are onboarding for your, so you are onboarding for the new to the already existing project. You don't know where it is coming and everything. So definitely they will return the RAML for you, right? So where that RAML is available, so just go to you can SRC main resources. So there is a API is there, you can see. So inside of the API, there is a RAML file is there. Just open that RAML. You can see whatever the RAML they are designing, everything comes here. By seeing this RAML, you can simply understand. So this is my endpoint. My endpoint allowing the get method and the post method. For this, the sub method is there. You can see everything we can able to analyze it, right? By seeing this simple RAML.
Okay.
Okay, the moreover you can see, for example, you are executing this post method. What is the sample response I want to send to my input, where it is available inside of this example is available. So that example is also available here. You can see API/examples, everything available here. So for example, I want to send some structure format. What is the structure? Everything available here, right?
Okay.
So by seeing this RAML, everybody can understand what you are doing. So there is no confusion is there, right?
Got it.
Got it, guys? So this is the one. For example, now comes into the near picture. So you are already onboarded for your project is going on. So they ask you to please add one more endpoint to our existing API. Then how you can do that?
On any one platform.
Right? You don't every time, so they don't give the credentials to access again. So if for example, maybe you are telling that I'm going to any point studio, any point platform here, I'm opening the same existing raml, I change the one, when again importing, what happens? When we again re-importing, what happens? The structure, everything is gone, and freshly it will create the dummy for structure for you, right?
Oh, okay. Whatever implementation part is
Yeah,
there, that will be-
implementation part is gone now.
Yeah.
Then how we can do that one? So whatever, you can simply open this raml. Inside of this raml also you can do whatever the modifications you want. Okay, let me see. For example, first we will run this project. Let's see it. Okay, then you guys are understand everything. I can run this project. Otherwise, 1 second, I can add the breakpoint and we will see. Add the breakpoint. I'm debugging the project. Now we can understand how we can do the things. So every time we are not open your any point platform or thing. So you can open your RAML inside of your project. You do the modification and you need to add something here to refer that newly created flow. I will show you.
Okay. And one more question, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
So the on-air propagate that we didn't mention, but RAML always give preference to propagate.
Where they are creating honor propagate?
Yeah, on-air propagate this.
Yeah. What is the intention of the honor propagate?
Whatever the what is that?
There is no further execution. It simply display the error message and it is throwing the failure to the source, right?
So by default, RAML took on-air propagate, not on-air continue.
On-error continue intentionally, you required only, you need to use it.
By
You can
default,
see the schema validation, it is throwing some errors, right? Previously you are observed or not.
yes,
I
yes.
remove this one and you are send this one. You can see what happened. It is showing the 400
Bad request.
Bad request.
So how we can get this error? That means it is throwing an error, right? Technically it is throwing, the programmatically that will be display here. You can see the bad request. What is the error it is showing? Sorry, where it is? Bad request. So you can see that will be available inside of this one. You can see. Got it? So if you want, you can customize this one. So any bad, yeah.
So by default, RAML give preference to on-air propagate. If someone asks you, on-air continue something we have to design.
No. So when someone asks this question, so the first ask the question, what is your exact requirement? So if the component got even the fail, you want to continue, then those situations we need to use the on error continue, and remaining all possible scenarios we are using on error propagate only. That's the one. Okay. Now we will hit this one. I think you can open this one and you guys tell me HTTP and localhost and the port number is 8081. Then tell me what is your endpoint?
Employee.
Sure. By default, the RAML always starts the endpoint with the API. You can see HTTP listener by always comes with the /API. Just remember it. Okay. API. Then what is our endpoint? Employee. Okay, let's see whether it is hitting or not. You can see I'm hitting. 1 second. Oh, you can see it is throwing an error. No,
No,
why?
the port number.
Oh, sorry. What is my port number? Yeah,
8081.
8081. That's one. Now we are hitting. Now where we are at?
API router.
API kit root level. So when someone asks what is the API kit router, this component is responsible to redirect your all your calls. So now what call we need to use? What call we need to run it? Get employee,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
Let's see whether it is throwing, where it is going to that component or not. You can see the red line comes in. What is the meaning of the red line? There is an error is there. What is that error?
Bad request.
No. What is this error?
Query parameter.
Query
Employee
parameter.
name. You can see entry level only. It will validate everything. So what is the one?
Yeah.
For this one, we need to add the query parameter. What is the one? Employee name, right? Employee
Yes.
name. I'm
Smith.
giving the Smith something. Then we can hit it one more time. Now again we are at the API kit root level and validation done. Then you can see where it is coming. The get with the
Employee.
endpoint of the employee. Whatever thing you are written here, that is automatically executing. Got it?
Yes.
So now just remember that one. For example, I want to hit this one. Where is this one? I want to hit this one. What is the path? Get with the endpoint
Employee.
employee. Again, the endpoint of the name. Inside of that one, again, we need to pass one URL parameter that is.
First name.
Then we can hit that one. Let's try this one. Employee slash the name slash
Slash.
first
Smith.
name, right? I can use first name as a Smith. Some string. Let's hit it. My intention is you can see now we are at the API iterator. Now you can see this point is executed, right?
Yes.
Yes.
That means whatever you are seeing here, these are the reference to the your API calls. Got it?
Yeah. Flow
Now,
reference.
right now, no, not a flow reference. Now these are
It's a
the
flow.
references. Inside of
Okay.
that one, your implementation part is available. Okay. Now, why I'm saving this means you can see. So there comes with the new requirement. There already existing project is there. So what is my requirement? I want to create one more endpoint for that one. So you can see already how many endpoints are there. Get is there, post is there. Inside of the employee name is there. Everything is there, right? So what is the my requirement inside of the employee? Again, I want to create one more endpoint that is the job. Got it?
Okay.
So where we can add it. So it's up to you how we can add it. So where we can add it inside of the employee endpoint. Again, I want to create sub endpoint that is the job. Okay, it's up to you. Either you can add the end or anyway. So you can see this is my first one. That means this is my root level. So one part root level that is your sub level. Got it?
Okay.
So here there is no recommendations or nothing is there. You need to do your own cell phone. So here, what is my requirement? What is
Job.
my endpoint name? The job. Then, so for the job, what is your requirement? So you
Type.
need to add the get call. Okay. So what is the get call? For the get call, what is the thing? So we need to pass. Again, it is
Body.
not passing any data. It is simply showing some information. That is your
Response.
requirement. Get. So we need to give the responses, right? What for the simple thing? I can copy this one. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
And is there any example is there with the employee data?
Yes.
Then I can copy where it is. You guys are able to see
We have to respond it. Employee. Yeah.
where it is employee responses. Na? Yeah, employee data. Otherwise, let's say we will create one more thing. So this is the employee data type. Employee data type always returns one single object, right?
Yes.
Then here we need to create one more example. How we can create an example? Under the type only we need to create a example. Example here we need to create an example, right? So first we need to create an example like this one where it is available. Let us say I can copy this post example. Let us see. So I am placing here whatever the example is there. Here I am changing to the employee to the
Job,
job,
employee.
employee job. I can, okay. Okay. So, but can closely observe it. This example file is available.
No.
Is that
No.
example file is available?
No.
No. Then where we need to create that example file?
Under the API.
The
You can see
examples.
inside of the examples, right? Where this example folder is available. So
API
go to
exam.
the API
Resource.
resources. You can see API start examples. This is the path. So inside of the API, we have the example folder is there. So inside of that one, we need to create a example file. Okay. So what
Yeah.
I am going to do is, for the simplicity, either you can create a one JSON file here and you can place it there. Otherwise, you can we will create an example. Otherwise, what I am going to do, it is a reference this one, right? Employee data, right? Where previously employee data, right? No. Previously, which example we are using for the single object? Is there anything?
Employee data.
Otherwise,
We can open and check,
we
cross
can
check.
open, right? So this is the
Yeah,
one,
this
right? Employee data. So what I'm going to do, here I'm creating one more file, new, go to new, and here you can create a file. What is the name? Employee job,
Employee
right?
job. Yeah.
EMPLOYE employee job dot
JSON.
JSON. So we need to create it. What I am simply copy this entire thing and I am placing here for understanding and change the job as a developer. Okay. Now everything is comes here. But the question here, you can see you are done, you are changed the, you are created the example, you are changed the primal definition and everything. Sometimes it is simply not up everything. Then you can simply delete the one word and you can delete automatically. It is automatical reference here. Okay. That you can see, you can simply, I can stop the project. Yeah. I can save the project, right?
Yeah, it will redeploy.
Right now we will redeploy. Let's see whether it is created that flow for you or not. You have done the modifications on the raml and you try to deploy it. Okay, what is your expectation when you done the modification inside of the raml? Those should be automatically create flows for you. That is your
Yes.
expectation, right?
Yes.
Let's see. We are going to debug the application. In the real time, generally we are following like this one. Just remember, guys.
Okay.
Every time we are not know to go to the endpoint platform, we are not putting modification. The existing is there, but the existing only we need to change it everything. Okay, just follow it. I think tomorrow we don't have the class, and Monday we will close this raml. And maximum there are two things are remaining. That is the trades and the resource types. So it's a very simple
Libraries.
concept. The libraries, everything combined inside of one file, that we can call it as a library. Yeah.
Okay, deploy.
Only important one is the traits and the resource type. Okay, we will take the session longer, but okay. So what is the one? We need to hit it, right? What is one? It is inside of the employee. There is a job is there. This is my thing. And is there any URI parameter you are passing? I think, right? We can
No.
hit it. We can go to, you can say now we are at the API read code road router. Then we can move it. You can see we are getting an error. And
Yes.
what is the method it is showing?
Not implemented.
Not implemented. That means when we done the modification to the existing raml file, it is not going to create the flow automatically. So it
Oh,
is your duty. You need to create the reference for that one. Got it?
okay.
Okay. This is the point you always remember. It is very easy. Already existing ones are there now. Okay. So you can simply copy anything. Copy and paste it. So go to click on that one. You can see first, you can see what is the method it is. What is the method?
Get.
Get. Then you can say the method as a get. And what is your endpoint? Employee is the my endpoint. Inside of that one, again, there is a sub
Job.
endpoint is that, that is the job. Okay. Got it. You are changed one. Then you can see the whatever your response, right? By default, it is nothing is there. So you need to pointing it. So what is the example and everything? So what is the example structure you are placing here? What is the one where it is?
Post
Employee,
by
I
job.
think where it
Yeah,
is.
that is already highlighted.
This the employee job only, right? So this is the one you need to copy this here and go to here, and this is the ramel definition for this one. Generally we need to add here the reference point, right? I will show that one tomorrow. Okay, let's save it. Okay, now we will run the program again. I think it is already deploying. Let's see. Now you got the now you got it. When we add any modifications or when we add any endpoint, so it is your duty, you need to add it manually. Got it,
Oh,
guys?
okay.
Let's see the same thing. Now hit it, go to here. Now we are at the API kit root level. Then go to a, this time you, oh, unsupported media type. I think it is, one second. What is the one we are adding for that one? Is there anything we are added for that one?
Metadata we have to change.
Get employee data type. Okay. Employee data type, I think it is returning the multiple one.
Object.
Object only, then one second. We are sending anybody, nothing.
No, inside that
Unsupported.
flow, reference flow,
Where?
the flow that we created from copy paste.
Yeah, this is the one, right?
Yeah.
Where it is. Yeah. For
Metadata.
normal only. Application slash JSON, I think, okay, yes, you can see. This is asking you to give the application slash JSON. Then it is expecting input, right? The post call we are copying. Always just
That's why,
remember
yes.
when we creating the get, you can try to copy the get. Then you are not facing these kind of issues. Okay.
That's
I
yes.
copy the post one. That's why it is expecting my input as application.json. Got it, guys?
Yeah. Also, we need to change the allow method from metadata.
Where is there any allowed method? Is there nothing? Is there now?
No, we have copied post.
Yeah, that's, remember, you can see when we create the get call, then you're always looking for the, is there any getter definition is there? Then you can copy that one and you can change the endpoint name. That is easy for you. Got it? I
Okay.
still get confused.
No,
If you want,
as in this case, we copied
one
that
second,
post.
1 second. I can copy it and delete it. There is no call is there. What is my endpoint?
Get.
Job, and with the method of
Get.
get. Then how we can do? So always looking for the, is there any get method definition is there? I can see this is the get definition. I can simply copy and I'm pasting it. Go to there, and so this is my get method. Then I can move to the get, and what is my endpoint? Employee, and then
Job.
what the here we need to give it as a job. And is there
Post.
anything is there? Nothing is there. That's it. Okay,
Transformer
simply
slash.
save it. Okay, so here whatever the thing is, you can, it is the normal one, right? For example, employee,
Same.
same.
No, developer is there. We have to change to developer.
Yeah, generally there we need to place the flow reference.
Yeah.
We will see that things later for the simple understanding. Okay, I saved it. Let's save this one. Just wait for it, rebuild it, everything. I think it is deployed. Yeah, go to Postman and hit it. Comes the API kit router. Let's see whether it is pointing to that flow. You can see we are getting to that response. Go to your Postman. You can see
Developer.
employee slash job. So this is the way we do. If an existing project, existing ramel is there, when we add any new point thing, so we need to add this part manually. Got it? So for example, if there is no adding, then it is automatically throws an error, just like there is no method is implemented. Got it, guys?
Yes.
Yes. So these are the things in the tomorrow. Oh, I think the Monday we will see what is the remaining thing, that is the traits, resource types, and library, and we will close this one. Okay, RAML. For the RAML, practice only required, guys. Remaining everything it is easy. Okay. Oh, we are missing one more thing, that is the security schemas. Also, we are going to see that one. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, any doubts, guys? Then no, yes or no?